If you've ever been around Harley Davidson products, then you know that when it comes to its model designations, the motor company really likes those long letter combos. Case in point, this new FLHTCUL. But who can really fault them for all those letters when you consider the super long list of updates thanks to the recently touted Project Rushmore initiative? Harley says the Ultra Low has received some 100 refinements, including small things like one-touch latches and more intuitive hand control switches, to big impressive items such as a touchscreen 25-watt boombox entertainment system. Powering the Ultra Low is Harley Davidson's very latest dual-cooled, high-output twin-cam 103 cubic-inch V-twin with its 6-speed transmission. But added to the secret sauce is a new linked ABS Brembo braking system, a beefier fork, air-adjustable suspension, fairing, bags, fenders, wheels. Everywhere you look, something has been tweaked or overhauled completely. Just ask OPP Constable Stu Smith.
So Stu, I thought it might be fun to put you on this motorcycle today because technically you kind of ride this bike as part of your job. This is the civilian version of the OPP unit you ride, right?
It's exactly the same thing with a few small differences in terms of fit and finish, and it's certainly made for a more civilian purpose. It's got a lot more bells and whistles. It's certainly a lot more comfortable. And in this one, this particular model is a lower model. It's a low seat height, and I think anybody could fit on this particular seat.
Yeah. Now let's break it down into compartments. Let's start with the engine itself. This is the new 103. This is a little different from what you ride day to day.
It is. The Harley Davidsons that have been used on the road are a 96cc. They're a little smaller. You feel that difference in the lower end.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly got the same smoothness to it at highway speed.
Right.
But you do feel and hear a difference in the 103cc engine. It's nice.
Yeah, and a little more torque, eh? You can sort of see the pants?
You can certainly feel that on the lower end and up through the mid-range.
What about the new brakes? We've got the new ABS linked braking system. How did you like that?
Well, as you know, with any kind of heavier motorcycle, you want to make sure you have that power when you need it, particularly for road safety. Things will happen when you're riding.
Yeah.
And this has got power to spare with the brakes. You don't almost feel you need your rear brake. Your front brake is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It slows you down quite quickly.
Awesome. A little bit different for you in terms of the cockpit, obviously, and the leg guards. How did you find the experience in terms of the fairing and the layout of the controls?
Well, like I say, it's very similar in terms of the guts of the bike. The layout is very similar. The gauges are much clearer on these because all 4 gauges are up nice and high where your line of vision should be, looking
right
up and over that visor. Related to the visor is something that I don't have, and that's this little shut-off vent. It makes a huge difference when you're on the highway in terms of helmet buffeting. When it's closed, you can feel your head buffeting back and forth a great deal with the wind. As you open it, it immediately goes away. You immediately have a nice stable seat and your head's not moving around at all, and it makes up for what you'd think would be an issue with a lower windscreen.
The other thing that's kind of new for you up front is this boombox display. How did you find the screen and the controls?
You know, we had high sun at many times in our ride today, and despite that high sun, I had a nice clear picture of that screen. As you can see, the sun right now is shining down on it, and it's a very clear picture in terms of the color and the definition on it. It's easy to read, which is good because you can get your eyes back up on the road where they belong.
How did you like the fit and finish, the chrome, the paint? I kept joking about this being the Elvis bike with the two-tone, but I loved it. But how about for you?
Well, I think it's obvious that the paint and the fit and finish speak for themselves. I mean, this thing, especially when the sun hits it, it just gleams. One of the things I really like about these side bags, and where they're very different from any Harley I've ever been on, is you can just use a one hand to open it up. The lever system's very effective and very easy to use with one hand, even if you're sitting on the bike.
Yep.
You can operate them and close them. It's also got a little bit of a safety catch in here so you don't overwhelm the mechanism and end up breaking it.
So is this something that you could see putting in your own garage someday?
Absolutely. I think this would be a good bike for long mile munching. I think it's something that you can comfortably go 2 up on. If you look at the size of your rear seat here, it's just all kinds of room for a passenger. You could get on this bike and ride for hundreds of kilometers and not feel it. Get off the end of the day and not even be sore. You can pick up and keep going the next day. It's something I could see in my garage. They will keep you happy over the long term on the road.
Very nicely done. Thanks for coming out and helping us out today.